Did you know New York has mountains made of the same rock as the moon's surface? Or that there's an underwater canyon off the coast deeper than the Grand Canyon? How about the fact that whale fossils have been found 200 miles inland? Well, New York has plenty of crazy facts like this that will blow your mind. So, sit back and relax as we work our way through 50 of these bonkers facts. And hey, as always, drop a comment telling us which fact shocked you the most. Fact 50. The Eternal Wonder. From ancient mountains to burning waterfalls and mysterious monsters, New York proves that even the most familiar places can still surprise us. It's more than a city. It's an entire world packed into one state. Fact 49. The ice that never melts. Deep inside the Adirondack caves, pockets of ancient ice remain frozen year-round, untouched for centuries. Fact 48. The shortest river. The Reedy Creek River in the Adirondacks is one of the shortest in the world, just a few hundred feet long. Fact 47. The Storm King that saved the rivers. A massive dam project called Storm King was halted in the 1960s, marking the birth of America's modern environmental movement. Fact 46. The Ghost Town. Beneath the lake. The town of Rockland lies underwater beneath the Pepacton Reservoir, its remnants still visible to divers. Fact 45. The Million Acre Playground. Adirondack Park covers more than 6 million acres, half public, half private, and is protected by the state constitution as forever wild. Fact 44. The Lighthouse that vanished. The Old Stepping Stones. Lighthouse in Long Island Sound stands on a rocky reef, now partially submerged by rising tides. Fact 43. The Island of the Dead. Hart Island in the Bronx is home to one of the largest public cemeteries in the world, with over 1 million burials. Fact 42. The Secret Subway Station. Hidden beneath City Hall lies an abandoned subway station with stunning arches and glass skylights, closed since 1945. Fact 41. The Most Haunted Mansion. The Amityville House on Long Island inspired one of the most infamous haunted house stories in American history. Fact 40. The town with the coldest record. Old Forge, New York, once hit 52 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 46.6 degrees Celsius, the coldest temperature ever recorded in the state. Fact 39. The hidden beach in the Bronx Orchard Beach, known as the Riviera of the Bronx, was created by hand using sand imported from New Jersey. Fact 38. The bridge that changed the world. The Brooklyn Bridge, completed in 1883, was the first steel wire suspension bridge, a global engineering marvel in its time. Fact 37. The oldest forest. In Gilboa, scientists found fossils of one of the world's oldest forests, over 380 million years old. Fact 36. The city's drinking water travels far. New York City's tap water travels over 100 miles from mountain reservoirs before reaching the city. Fact 35. The lake that never freezes. Seneca Lake's depth keeps it from freezing, even in the harshest winters. Fact 34. The river that carves stone. The Osable Chasm, nicknamed the Grand Canyon of the Adirondacks, was carved over thousands of years by rushing glacial meltwater. Fact 33. The natural border Niagara Falls isn't just a wonder, it's also part of the international border between the US and Canada. Fact 32. The island that moves Gardiner's Island, off Long Island, is privately owned and has remained in the same family for nearly 400 years. Fact 31. The deepest cave. New York's Ellenville Fault. Ice caves are some of the deepest open fault crevices in the US, filled with ice even in summer. Fact 30. The town that disappeared underwater. Several towns were deliberately flooded to create the Ashokan Reservoir, which still supplies water to New York City today. Fact 29. The Hidden Volcano. Upstate's Catskill region is actually made of ancient volcanic rock, the remnants of an old mountain chain formed by long-gone eruptions. Fact 28. The Ancient Sea. Long before skyscrapers, much of New York was covered by an inland sea, leaving behind fossils of ancient sea creatures found across the state. Fact 27. The city built on islands New York City is made up of 5 boroughs, and 4 of them, Manhattan, Staten Island, Brooklyn, and Queens are islands or parts of islands. Fact 26. The river beneath the city. Under New York City flows a hidden network of underground streams, remnants of the island's original natural waterways. Fact 25. The lake monster of Champlain. Lake Champlain, New York's sixth Great Lake, is said to be home to Champ, a mysterious lake monster that locals have reported for centuries. Fact 24. The Catskill Waterfall. Catskill Falls in the Catskills drops 260 feet in two tiers, taller than many skyscrapers, and inspired the painters of the Hudson River School. Fact 23. 1/5 of the world's fresh water. An incredible 20% of Earth's fresh surface water flows through New York, including water from the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence. Fact 22. The water-rich state. New York has over 7,600 lakes and ponds and nearly 60,000 miles of rivers and streams, making it one of the most water-rich states in the country. Fact 21. New York's Shaky secret. A fault line runs right under 125th Street in Harlem. In 1737, it triggered an earthquake with an estimated magnitude of 5.2. Fact 20. New York's own desert. Yes, New York has a desert, the Dwarf Pine Barrens, a sandy, dry region with short, twisted pine trees that look straight out of Arizona. Fact 19. Bigger than national parks. Adirondack Park is larger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, and the Grand Canyon combined. And it's not even a national park. Fact 18. A snowfall for the ages. Tug Hill Plateau once saw 95 inches of snow in a single storm, blanketing entire neighborhoods. Fact 17. A record rainfall. In 2014, the town of Islip set a record when 13.57 inches of rain fell in just 24 hours. Fact 16. The 45th parallel New York sits halfway between the equator and the North Pole. The 45th parallel runs right through the state. Fact 15. The Sinkhole Lake, Green Lake near Syracuse, is a deep, collapsed sinkhole that never mixes from top to bottom. And, according to some experts, it's preserving ancient water at its base for over 10,000 years. Fact 14. A waterfall that burns in Chestnut Ridge Park. A small natural gas leak behind a waterfall keeps a flickering eternal flame alive. Fire and water side by side. Fact 13. The Grand Canyon of the East. Letchworth State Park's Genesee River Gorge cuts 17 miles through rock, with cliffs up to 600 feet tall, and 3 massive waterfalls roaring through the canyon. Fact 12. More snow than Alaska. Tug Hill Plateau in upstate New York gets 200–300 inches of snow every year, more than much of Alaska. In one 2007 storm, it got 95 inches in just 5 days. Fact 11. The Titan of the Finger Lakes. Seneca Lake is the largest of the Finger Lakes, 35 miles long, 630 feet deep, and it holds more water than all the other Finger Lakes combined. Its bottom even sits below sea level. Fact 10. A mountain with moon rocks. Whiteface Mountain's bedrock is made of anorthosite, the same mineral that forms much of the moon's surface. Fact 9. Nature's water factory. Adirondack Park's 6 million acres feed 5 major river systems flowing in all directions, making it one of nature's most efficient water factories. Fact 8. Boulders from nowhere. Those huge random rocks you see on hikes, they're called glacial erratics. Massive boulders carried for miles by ancient glaciers and dropped when the ice melted. Fact 7. The glacier that made a Lake Champlain was once buried beneath a massive glacier. When it melted, ocean water flooded in, forming a saltwater bay called the Champlain Sea. Whale fossils found nearby prove it. Fact 6. The river that flows both ways. The Hudson River is actually a tidal estuary, meaning ocean tides push salty water upstream twice a day, making it flow both north and south. Fact 5. They're still rising. Despite their age, the Adirondacks are growing by 2 to 3 millimeters every year, the same speed as your fingernails. Fact 4. Mountains older than time. The Adirondacks aren't part of the Appalachians at all. They're over 1 billion years old, made from ancient rock that drifted down from Canada long before the Appalachians existed. Fact 3. The Hidden Ocean Canyon. The Hudson River doesn't end at Manhattan. It keeps going underwater into the Hudson Submarine Canyon, a 10,000-foot deep trench nicknamed the Grand Canyon of the Atlantic. Fact 2. The world's longest tunnel. Deep beneath the Catskill Mountains runs the Delaware Aqueduct, stretching 85 miles. It's the longest continuous tunnel on Earth. It delivers nearly half of New York City's drinking water every day. Fact 1. Ancient giants, the shrinking Adirondacks. Millions of years ago, the Adirondack Mountains were as tall as the modern-day Himalayas. Imagine Mount Everest-level peaks dominating what's now upstate New York. Over time, erosion wore those giants down. Today, over 100 peaks remain, with Mount Morrissey standing tall at 5,344 feet, a geological survivor billions of years in the making. Learned something new? Hit that like button, subscribe, and tell us which fact blew your mind the most. Keep exploring.